After taking an extended break from disappointing movie-going audiences, Disney Lucasfilm is set to continue releasing non-canonical Star Wars movies in theaters, with its latest effort, the Rey Palpatine movie, supposedly titled New Jedi Order.
But why?
Alleged plot leaks for this surefire crowd pleaser claim the movie will pick up 15 years after the events of Rise of Skywalker, and will follow Rey as she tries to rebuild the Jedi Order, all while having to raise a child after having been impregnated by Kylo Ren from beyond the grave using the Force. Yeah, about that, I have a hard time believing uber feminist Disney Lucasfilm would produce a movie where a man gets Rey pregnant by force. Not to mention that's like a world-breaking concept. I know Palpatine pretty much told the audience directly that it was Plagueis that willed Anakin into existence by force-gasming his mom. So it's not like some crazy new concept for Star Wars. But you know what stopped him from being able to do that again? The fact that he was dead. Murdered in his sleep. Aside of voting, there's not much you can keep doing after you've died. If you're going to introduce the concept that Force users can impregnate people from beyond the grave, then it's going to raise the obvious question of why. Why aren't other people doing this? Why haven't other people been doing this? I thought the whole point of why Palpatine needed Rey to kill him in that ritual at the end of Rise of Skywalker, so he could live on inside her young, hot body, was because she was his last living descendant and he needs someone related for it to work. If that's the case, wouldn't it have been way easier just to have a kid with some random chick through the Force and then get his loyal druids to raise the kid, to be a willing sacrifice for his ritual, instead of, say, oh, I don't know, trying to gaslight the only person strong enough to stop you into doing it? Bit of a gamble there, Pelps. And he was still dead at that point, right? Like, that was just some clone avatar or something he was puppeteering from beyond the grave. He didn't get fully resurrected until he physically sucked the Force out of Ray and Ben. Man, what a good movie. At least that's how I took it. I guess it's open to interpretation when the movie's explanation for his return is literally somehow. Man, what a good movie. And don't give me the oh, it only works because Ray and Ben are in love garbage. First of all, there was like 2 minutes, an entire trilogy where they weren't trying to kill each other. This isn't a vampire trying to enter someone's home. Why would you need the other person's consent to be able to do this? Does this consent need to be written as well? Do lawyers need to be present? I guess you could argue Ben wouldn't do it if Ray didn't want him to, or that she'd be too strong with the Force to allow someone to do it to her without her being okay with it. But are you going to tell me all Shmi had to do to stop Plagueis from knocking her up was just say, don't? Or if that was the case, that he wouldn't just be powerful enough to mind trick her into doing it anyway? Like, come on. If this is a thing you can do in Star Wars now, then Plagueis and Palpatine should begin with more women than Ric Flair in the territories. It's rumored Rey will have two students in the film, a boy and a girl, with the girl seemingly possessing extraordinary abilities. 15 years into a rebuild, and we can comfortably seat the entire Jedi Order in a Ford Ranger. How does she only have two students at this point? Did she procrastinate rebuilding it for 14 years? Isn't there a bunch of Force-sensitive people out there ready to be trained? There's a full temple of kids training in the prequels. Even like the 5 seconds we got to see of Luke trying to rebuild the Jedi Order in the sequels, it seemed like he had a school full of students to teach. And in Rise of Skywalker, was it heavily implied that Finn, Scary Spice, and all the other stormtroopers turned nice were Force sensitive, and it was the will of the Force pulling them to the light side? Where the hell they all go? What, not one of them wanted to be a Jedi? I thought that was the whole point of doing a 15-year time skip, so we wouldn't have to watch her slowly rebuild it. And if there's not a bunch of new trained up Force users running around, then where's the villain for this movie supposed to come from? Wouldn't it have been easiest just to have a bunch of students and some conflict that divides them into opposing factions? Like what? Is one of her two still learning students going to turn on her? Oh man, I sure hope Super Jedi Rey and her other student, with the full might of the New Republic behind them, can overcome this treacherous foe. Are they just going to go the Snoke route again? Where some random guy from nowhere comes into absolute power and, oh wait, you want us to explain who he is and how he did that? Well, he's dead now. Get over it. Look. Porgs. What are they going to do? Bring back Plagueis? Because that's what Star Wars needs to be doing right now. Bringing back more dead villains. Why not just bring back Dooku while you're at it? Give him a robot head and hands. Or Darth Maul again. This time it's his legs with a mechanical upper body. Honestly, it'd be just as stupid and contrived as trying to bring back Plagueis at this point. God forbid you have a universe where murder can actually kill people. But we'll just have to wait in anticipation until 2026. Will the thrilling adventures of Rey Palpatine be enough to restore this once great movie franchise turned filler content on a non profitable streaming service to its former glory? Almost certainly, no.